Okay, guys, so we got this 2008 Suburban, and I guess they had a dealership, and it hasn't. They said it loses the communication with the transmission control module. But when I scan this, look at this. We got catalyst efficiency codes, fuel pump control module requested, MIL, transmission control module requested, MIL. Got lost communication. It says control module bus off, transmission torque request circuit, transmission module, like lost communication, transmission module, lost communication with fuel pump control module, anti-lock brakes. Transmission has this code right here, which I think is for the bus being off. Then you got anti-lock brakes with all these communication codes. And then we got airbag, doesn't complain about really anything. And then we got this lost communication with dynamic control module. Right here, fuel pumps, it says bus off. So we got all these stuff right here. So I'm going to clear these codes. And the guy said that it takes like 30 minutes for this to happen. And he said the trans goes into like limp mode. So we're going to take this for a ride. And we're going to see if we can get this to act up. Now I did quick look at some diagrams. There's a main crank relay that feeds all those modules that are complaining. And I didn't see any grounds that are shared because I wanted to see if we could like narrow this down to isolate something. So I think what we're going to do is we're just going to drive and try to duplicate this problem. And I think that's going to be our best bet for right now. So let's take this out and we'll go for a test drive. Okay guys, so the truck's been running for like 40 minutes outside. I had to move stuff around. Didn't realize it was going to take that long. Just wanted to check real quick, see if we got any codes just from sitting. Because it does come up saying service airbag, service tire pressure, and service suspension. So, So we do have the body control module complaining, but that's it. So we're going to take this for a ride. We'll go back into the engine once it's done. And I'll just record. I'll just record what the what the engine data looks like. See if we get a dropout during our drive. I think I was just under ignition data because I was curious if we lose power or not. Let's just go to ignition, and then we'll go back to engine runtime. There we go. Okay guys, so I don't know, we've been driving for like what, 18 minutes or so? No issues so far. Guess we'll just save this and we'll go back. I'm actually curious, like, if maybe the scan tool, because we could have an issue where we have like a power, or actually probably a ground issue, and then the scan tool fixes it by bridging the two connectors together. Because there's two ground pins, chassis ground and sensor ground. It is a variable. I think I'll just drive around a little bit more. And if it doesn't act up, then we'll disconnect our scan tool. And we'll see if that makes it act up. Let's bring up our ignition. Put in our engine runtime. Well guys, looks like my scan tool is about to die, so we're going to just disconnect the scan tool completely from the car, and I'll just continue driving and see if it acts up. Okay guys, so we're back in the what is it, the Suburban. I'm going to use a Snap-on again. We'll do a full code scan. I just started it up. It's completely cold. Going to take it for another ride real quick, see if we get anything to act up. I don't remember if the TPMS always flashed. Okay, so let's see. Full system scan. Just that body control module code. There we go. So let's put this back to Why are we in intelligent diagnostics? Let's go back to, we'll go back into transmission. We'll just drive with the transmission data up, I guess. And we'll see if it acts up. We'll just bring up RPM and, I don't know, do we have like a vehicle speed or something? Bring up coolant temp. Okay guys, so I'm just going to continue driving and see if we get this to act up. Okay guys, I haven't been able to get it to act up. I'm heading back to the shop now. It's been like 40 minutes of driving. Now what I am wondering though, just because this guy was complaining about it happening and we had such a bad winter and now we don't have any snow, I'm wondering if maybe he had ABS activation, since ABS is one of the biggest power consumers on a vehicle, and then that took down the network. So I'm gonna go back to the shop since I got a stone parking lot, and we'll do like a panic stop or two and just see if maybe that might make it act up. I don't know what else would do it, because I don't want to do it out here on the macadam because it's a little rough on the vehicles, and it's kind of hard to do them here because the macadam is pretty sticky. So we'll just go back to the shop and we'll just do it in the stones. But yeah, I went and got like $15 worth of gas because now we're there because the gas light came on. It's the only other thing I could think of. If not, I'm just gonna have to give it back to him. That's where it's gonna be at till we get it tagged up. Scan tool's been communicating fine the whole time. I still am kind of concerned though that maybe the scan tool might be fixing the issue, but I don't know. But I think back at the shop on the stones is going to be our best bet. Okay guys, so panic stops did not cause it, but you also don't have a lot of ABS activation to it. It pulses for a little bit, but it's not like a long time, whereas if you're on like snow or ice and it's just activating for like a couple seconds. So I'm going to quick call the customer and find out if there's any other things that he can add to cause this. I don't know what else there would be. Guess we could have like an issue where you go in like 4-wheel drive or something. I don't know if 4-wheel drive would really cause it though. So that turns stability track off. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna quick call him. So guys, we're back with the truck. So I noticed like there were some issues that I saw under here. Not major, but like we have an oil leak. Looks like it's coming from this plate over here on the oil filter housing. That's for if it has an oil cooler. Notice the differential's leaking a little bit right here. And the axle seal, or the output shaft seal, or whatever they call it right there, is leaking. Nothing major. Nothing major. Needs to be addressed. But then I came back here and I was like, huh, I wonder if there's something going on with this module back here since we can't communicate with it. And I was looking up here, I found a connector, and I'm like, oh, that's for the shocks that somebody changed and deleted. There's no connector on these shocks because they should have been probably air shocks. Okay, so I'm like, well, maybe that's why we got a code. So I was like, oh, we'll come up here. Look at this. So we got this module in a bag, okay? And then we got these wires right here. These look lovely, don't they? Don't they look lovely? And look at that. That looks lovely right there too. Whatever that is going on up there. So I'm gonna drop down this. I'm gonna drop this down. And we'll see if we'll drop down this tire and we'll see if we can see what's going on up there better. Guys, look at this whole mess in here. Like somebody didn't put this in right or something. This is the shaft for the spare tire. But it's just like flopping in here. I'm gonna get the key, see if we can get that out. Okay guys, so I think I found our issue. So this tan and black wire right here, those are our high-speed lands.
The red and black's the main power feed. And the other one's a black wire, which I can't really get a good view at. And then they go to that module right up there. So look at that module right there. So let's see what color. Green and blue are our network lines. And look how corroded they are going into that module right there to bypass our suspension module. So I bet you that is our whole issue right there with all that crusty buildup on it. Okay guys, so we're going to try to cut down this old module. This old module is just zip tied here flopping around too. So what my plan is, I saw that they broke all the connectors on here. So my plan is we're going to try to bring this down and we'll see if we can get to something here. Let me cut this zip tie. But what I want to do is I want to try to clean up these connectors. Or these, whatever they did here. We'll redo these. We'll check that. I need to try to get that off of there. Doesn't even look waterproof. And then we'll see if we can plug this back into this maybe. Just to keep crap from getting in this connector in case it ever gets reused. Guys, look at this. Because the heat shrink didn't shrink enough, they wrapped the ends in tape. They had one butt connector here. They didn't shrink it down all the way. Like they didn't even, actually I don't even think they shrunk it down. They might have shrunk it down a little bit, but they didn't continue. So we're gonna cut these off of here. Actually the connectors were still in. They broke the locking tab right here. That was the issue. So I just sprayed this all out. So I'm going to plug the old module in. Hopefully we can leave it on there. I think we will be able to. Okay guys, so I got this all heat shrunk up. You can see how nice it looks now. I'm going to put tape around it. And I put liquid electrical tape on all the wires that were cut. So we're going to cut this. I mean, we're going to put dielectric grease in here. I don't know what else to do because this module just, I guess it's going to hang out down here because of the way it's wired. I was trying to get information on it, but I couldn't find any information. So we're just going to connect this back up, and then we'll see if this is the dynamic stability module or whatever. But I'm going to put some dielectric grease in here too, and pack both connectors with it to try to keep water out. So guys, I got the all-tool smoke machine set up. We're smoking the exhaust right now. Went through here. I heard the exhaust leak up in the front. I put some stuff right there to seal the rear muffler, and I put some right there to seal that. So let's come up here because the leak sounded like it's from like right here. Let's see if I can feel it. Exhaust is kind of hot. Let's see. Can we get you guys up there? Maybe we can get you guys up there to see it. Let me see if I can get a mirror and then look up top. But somebody welded this cat in. I don't know if this is the one that's at the catalyst efficiency code. I'd probably put money on this is the one that had the catalyst efficiency code. But I don't remember if this is bank 1 over here or bank 2. Guys, look at that. Look at that hole. How giant that hole is. Oh guys, we got another exhaust leak. Where's this one? Oh, look at that. Move this back here. Look at that. Oh, this is ugly, guys. Let's look at the other side. Let's see if we can get up top here. There we go. So all this is going to have to be fixed. So that's where we're at there. I'm going to talk to the customer, see what they want to do. Hey guys, so I came to the back and I wanted to check to see if the bypass module had power and ground, and we got power and ground, so that is good. So the only thing else we can check is the network, but everything communicates inside the car. So I really think that this is a bad module, probably from being out here. I saw some of the companies have you put them inside at the DLC connector, and I guess some have put it back here, because I checked the fuses, and the fuse for this is a 5 amp now instead of a 30 amp. So somebody changed it, and it's probably part of the directions. Okay, guys, so we got all the sensors scanned. This rear one is not scanning right here. So we're going to replace this TPMS sensor once this fails. Yeah, there we go. I did it twice and it failed. So let's see what it says on here on the dash. As far as which sensor's failing. The new module's on. I don't know if I showed you guys. I'm going to try to move it up here underneath the dash for the air suspension. But you can see how it says rear access is open, service airbags. How to recycle through this. Hood open. Check. Service TPMS. So that's all we get. Okay, so let's go under vehicle information. Look at that, left rear. Doesn't detect. So we're gonna replace that sensor real quick. And then that should fix that. And then, guys, so now we're gonna try something. I've never tried this before, but we're gonna try to do a program sensor. And we're gonna try to do like copy by manual activation right here. And we're gonna type in the number from our old sensor right here. I don't know if I'm doing this right. Usually I just make a new sensor, but kind of want to experiment. So we'll do, oops, let's see, 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 4, oops. Okay, 489450. Right? Here you go. So press to confirm. Try to do this. Oh, I wonder if it's picking up these sensors. I keep sensors in my bag right here for when I do mobile programming. Let's try this again. Aw. 7, 8, 9. Oops. 7, 8, 9, 4, 5, 4, 0. Okay, confirm. It's either that or it's picking up the ones in the cabinet. Oh, there we go. Probably picking my bag up. There we go, guys. Look at that. So now I'll get this tire back together. I'll make sure it's balanced, and then we'll see if that fixes it. Okay, guys. So we got the wheel back on. Let's see if our programming was a success or if we just got to do the onboard programming. Okay, so rear access, service airbag, hood open. You know what? Did it not? I don't think it updated. Let's go back through. Oh, maybe it did update. Okay, so maybe I just programmed the rear wrong. So I guess we'll use the tool and we'll try to do it. Let's see. Let me go grab it quick. Okay, guys, so we're going to do the relearn procedure right now. It just says set the vehicle in park and then scan all of them. So we're just going to do that and then we connect this up. So let's see.
Scan all sensors. Oh, we already did these, so that's awesome. See if we can just do this last one. Let's see. There we go. All sensors are triggered. Okay. Now how do we program these to the vehicle? Because it's not telling me. I never use this tool, guys. Do we just plug it in? Because it said to plug it in. Let's see. Yeah, this doesn't help at all. So I went down to relearn procedure right here, and it says set the vehicle in park, scan them all, connect it, and then it says right. It says right sensor ID. Okay. But how do we have to go to program? No, it says relearn procedure. I know we can do like the onboard relearn where we press the lock and unlock, I think. That is strange. I guess we can just do the relearn. Let's see. Let's see. So we gotta press these two. There we go, now we're in tire learning. So now I guess we can just go around and just pulse them. I don't know. I'm going to call Autel about this. Because we should have been able to see, and then our lights lit down here, telling us what side we're on. So we'll just pulse this. There we go. Did it not load it on the tool? So the car learned it, but the tool doesn't learn it. Come on. And the compressor turns on. Okay, we don't need that tire because it already learned. So now this side's going to be lit. Let's go to this one. And then you'll see the light go out. Only one's going to be lit. See, that one lit. Okay, so that one. Let's go to the back. So now only this back corner is going to be lit. Like you'll see, only this side's lit. Really bright. See this side here like that? This bottom one's really bright. That's how you know this is the one to go to. And then you'll see now it's dim. Now this one's really bright. So we'll just come over and we'll pulse this one. Hopefully this one goes. There we go, and then we got our double beep, which means it learned everything. Let's see, look at that. Rear 33, 33. Let's see. Front 33, 32. I put them all at 32.5 PSI. Look at that. So now when we cycle our key on, we should only have our rear access open and service airbags. And we're going to change the oil now. So we're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Okay, guys, so I drained the oil. We got a lot of oil out of here. But Also drain this, and there's quite a bit of metal on the end of this. It's not like a huge amount, but there's definitely some. So I'm gonna get this filter down, and then we'll fix this gasket over here on the side. Okay guys, so we got everything all cleaned off down here. I cleaned inside the bell housing. Now our leak is right from that adapter right there, because actually if you look back farther, you can see, I might be able to get you a glimpse over there. There you go. See how it's just wet just above it, but nothing else is wet up there? So everything else is dry. The whole side of the motor is dry, except for right there. These leak all the time, but you gotta make sure you get the right gasket. I'll show you guys. Okay, so there's the ports. There's 2 ports. So when you do this, if you just have a block off plate, you need to get the open gasket, because if you block the port off, I think you'll have no oil pressure if you put the ones with the 2 holes, because it's an in and an out, and it's for if you have an oil cooler. So we're gonna get this gasket off here, we'll clean it up, put a new gasket on, and we should be done. Okay guys, so here I sanded this with I have a sanding stone right here, and I sanded this, and that's as smooth as it's gonna get. So this is the gasket that we need. So we're gonna get this, we're gonna put it up in there. Up here you can see I cleaned it up the best I could right there. So we're gonna get this bolted back up, and then we'll see if this is sealed then. Okay guys, so now we're gonna drain this where it's leaking here. I wonder how much fluid's in here. I think this is the right size. Yeah, it's the right size. It's not even tight. Wow. I wonder how much fluid we're gonna find. So it's never tightened. Never tightened.
Some kind of shaking when you go forward.
There we go. Oh guys, that ain't looking good. Let's we'll just let this sit here and drain, and we'll see what comes out of it, but that ain't looking good, guys. Looks kind of clean though. But we'll just let it sit here. That is draining really slow. Guys, look at this. You can see the metal coming out of there, and you can see it running down in the pan right here. That's not good. You can actually see it. Okay guys, this is not good. Look at that. That is all the fluid that I got out of this differential. That really, really tiny bit right there. Like, let's level this pan. That is it. Like, it's not even enough to coat the whole bottom of the pan. That is not good. So I'm going to spray this out with brake clean, and hopefully we don't get a lot of metal out. Like a little bit. Look at all this metal. Let me wipe this off real quick and show you guys what the difference is. Okay guys, so I just filled the differential. We got like 1.8, 1.9 quarts in there. It calls for like 1.8 something, like 1.83. So we got that filled, so it started coming out. And then also I found out that the dealership drained this fluid. I guess the customer has it on a bill from like last February, so we're in March right now, so it's just over a year ago. It's when they drained this, because they put a new motor in. So this is a remanufactured engine that was leaking from this cover right here, because he said that the engine failed and they had to replace the motor, and he has all the paperwork, so he's not happy. But yeah, we're there. That, and we gotta do this end link too. I saw we're missing the bushing. This side was replaced already, so I'll just get one for now, and we'll go from there. Yeah, I also noticed like that this is threaded here, and there's nothing. Unless maybe the whole thing's threaded. I guess the whole thing might be threaded there. I thought it was odd that the bolt didn't stick out the back, but
The bolts are in there. Yeah, so let's get this tightened up and we'll paint mark this because I torqued this to 24 foot-pounds.
Okay guys, so we just got in the car, just did the oil change. Now we just got service airbag, hood, and the rear hatch open. So now we're gonna go after the airbag. Hopefully we can knock this out, and hopefully we can move the module up here. I actually want to get the module out from in the back right now, and I want to see if we can plug it into my OBD breakout box and see if we can put it underneath the dash here, and then we'll fix all the wires in the back if that's the case. Okay guys, so we're back with the truck. So I pierced the wires up here, and I wanted to see if I could get the module to work up here. So we got our module right here. I just got my jumper wires connected. So we'll turn the key on. Let's see what happens. See if we get a service suspension. It said stability track off, but it might be because we're near. Yeah, I don't see a service. I don't see a service suspension anymore. Just service airbag. Try that again. Service airbag. We'll let it cycle itself. Hood open. Service airbag. There we go. And then hood open. So it looks like it. So I'm going to connect the scan tool back up, and we'll see if we get any codes, because the BCM is the one that complains about it. Let's see. Let's see if anything comes up. Should be able to do a full system scan pretty quickly. Pre-scan. Oh, you know what? I might have to close the app because we're not connected to the DLC. Let me close this and open it back up. Okay, guys, so let's do a code scan real quick. Pre-scan. There we go. Let's see. There we go. Let's see if the BCM should be next, I think. Body control module, no codes. Look at that, guys. Look at that. So we can use the module right here where we're at. We just gotta go up to this front sensor then. So I'm gonna get this soldered in, and we'll get this all nice and cleaned up underneath the dash, and then we'll clean up underneath, and then we'll go after this airbag. And then I should have a mirror coming soon to put on the outside, and then we should be good there. And I think this guy's gonna be really, really happy. Oh, and there was a new motor put in here. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, and I think that's why we had the metal on the pan. I mean, on the drain plug, because I thought it was a little excessive, but that makes sense though if it's a new motor or rebuilt. Okay guys, so I got the module wired in underneath the dash here, got it all soldered. I'm gonna put liquid electrical tape on it, then we'll tape it and make it all look pretty. Let's make sure that we don't have any codes. Make sure everything's good. And then we'll pull the fuse out for the rear. We'll plug the rear back in, just hang it up. So we got service airbag, hood open, and that's it. Try that one more time. Service airbag, hood open. Awesome. Okay guys, so we got this all liquid electrical taped up. So now I'm going to wrap this in tape and seal it, and then we'll put Tessa tape over top. Okay, here we go. So got it all taped up. You can see the Tessa tape. I ran Tessa tape up to like here, and I also cut them at different lengths, so then that way if for some reason the liquid electrical tape gets pulled off or something, it can't rub on another wire. It's kind of impossible unless the other wires are damaged. Okay guys, so I got this zip tied up here. I wedged it in on like an angle. I put this bottom corner under and the top one that way because I think they broke the rivets, but now it can't vibrate at all. It is in there pretty solid. And then we got our cable coming over this way, so that's all good. Yeah, we're not gonna have any issues with that. I think I might put one zip tie over the corner right here, and that might be it. Okay, so here we go. There's that. Look at that. Look how nice this looks. Look at how clean
clean. That's what we want. So we get the spare tire up, and then we'll go after doing the mirror and finishing the wiring inside. Guys, got the old mirror off. Got the new one right here. These things aren't cheap at all, guys. I mean it like at all. So we're gonna put the new one in. I'm gonna move over, I guess 2 of the clips right here. I got 2 that are intact here, so I'm gonna move them over to here, so then we can replace those. Okay, guys, I got the mirror in. Let's press open. There we go. It's opening. Just turn signal on. Turn signal's on. Let's close it. Look at that. I'll put the turn signal on. Boom. So now I noticed that like 3 of the bolts that hold this door panel on were missing too, so I've got to find something to go in there. But at least we got that done. Well, guys, looks like I can't put a screw in there or a bolt, but I got one there, and it's definitely on here a lot better now. That was the only bolt holding this door panel on. That one right there. Just crazy. There we go, guys. What a difference. Look at that. Okay, guys, so here's our right crash sensor, our good one. And look at our scope. So we got 8 volts on the scope. Let's put peak detect on, make sure we don't got any like patterns that we might be missing. Nope, just 8 volts solid. 8.22 to be exact. So now we'll move over to our bad side. So let me move these over. We'll go over to here to our left one that sets the code. So look at this. On our bad side, we got pretty much 0 volts. And that's the side we're probed into, and we're all the way in. So I'm gonna get this disconnected, and then probably needs a new sensor. Okay, guys, so here's the old sensor. I don't see any like cracks in it. Usually they're split and corroded, but I don't see that with this one. Like, there's a little bit of corrosion, but nothing major. I really don't know how you test this. I think if you cycle the key really fast, you can get it to show up on the scope. But the circuit, it'll shut down the circuit like right away once it sees a problem. So I got another one. So we got this one. It's supposed to be for this. Look at that. See if our numbers are the same. They aren't the same, but I think this said that it was 4. I think it said that this one was 4 to this part number. I had looked up the part number. Okay, guys, so we got the new sensor in there tightened up, and look at that. Got 8 volts, just like the other side. 8.21. So I think we should be good to go. I'm gonna go up in the car and we'll check to see codes, but I think we should be good. Okay, guys, I just did a full system scan. So look at this, airbags. Now they're history codes. So I'm gonna get this all back together. I'm charging the battery because the battery went down a little bit. We're at like 11.3 volts. It's starting to come up on the scan tool, but I guess the battery was drained down pretty good from just sitting here the past couple days. Probably found the door open and stuff. So yeah, we'll clear these codes and then we'll take it for a test drive in a little bit after I put the cover on underneath. Okay, guys, so we got everything all back together. Let's turn the key on. Let's see what codes we have or messages. So open hood. That's it, guys. Start this up. Look at that. We have no messages. Let's go do a full system scan.